Laura Bressler, and we are coming to you in a little bit of a different technical way. So we hope that this is working and going through. I'm Lenora Bressler. Welcome to the May 4th, 2020 edition of the Bible Delight in the Details. We're going to be looking at a verse from one of the minor prophets, Micah. We're going to be Micah chapter 5, verse 4. Now, if that sounds at all vaguely familiar, it's probably because you're thinking about Micah 5, verse 2. Yes, just two verses prior to this, what we're covering today. And you may have heard about it right here on this program because we've talked about it many times, usually in conjunction with Christmas, because it's from Micah 5:2 that we get the messianic prophecy that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. So what we're about to read today and talk about is part of that same messianic passage. So the he in the verse clearly refers to the Messiah. He will stand and shepherd his people in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord, his God. Now, let's talk a little bit about this. We have talked many times on this program about the importance of the Messiah being a shepherd, and that Jesus took that very seriously. He loved that metaphor. It had been used throughout the Old Testament. The prophets had many times told the kings and leaders of Israel that they were to act as shepherds. All of the great patriarchs and even Moses had been shepherds. The great king, a man after God's own heart, David, was well known to be a shepherd. So Jesus identified with the idea of being a shepherd. And in John 10, he said, I'm the good shepherd, and went to great lengths at explaining all about that. So we won't belabor that point. I want to talk about things around that. In Micah 5:4, it says that he, the Messiah, will stand and shepherd. Now, stand here has the implication of standing firm, of understanding what your duty is and doing it, not laying down on the job, so to speak. You know, we have this strange and very contrary view of shepherding as being an easy job. Excuse me, kind of a bucolic thing where you're just laying around on a grassy meadow hill and watching the little sheep do their thing. But it's a very active job, as we have talked many times on this program. So this is that he's going to stand and shepherd. It implies several things. One, that he will last. There will be stamina there, that it will not be a little bit and then he'll run away. But no, he will stand and deliver, as the old saying goes. And that there's that weight of responsibility. Now, but you know, a lot of us feel the weight of responsibility very keenly. We work very hard, we try very hard, but we sometimes fail. Now, why do we fail? Excuse me. We fail because we are finite. But this shepherd is not going to fail because he is standing and shepherding what? In the strength of the Lord. So the reason he's going to be able to do so well, the shepherding job, is because he's doing it in the strength, in the stamina, in the power, in the strength of the Lord. Now, the Lord is capitalized in your Bible, L-O-R-D, all capital. This means that in the original language, it was the covenant name of God, Yahweh. So there's no question which God. We're speaking of the God, Yahweh, the one that has that intimate relationship with his people, just like a shepherd has that intimate relationship with his sheep. Remember, Jesus said in John 10 that I know my sheep and my sheep know me. They recognize my voice. And then also it says that in addition to that, he is going to shepherd in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God. You know, Jesus said he was doing what the Father had told him to do and what he had seen the Father do. And he went so far as to say to Thomas on that night, right before the Garden of Gethsemane, Thomas, even at that late date, still didn't quite understand and said, we want to see the Father. And he said, have you been with me so long that you don't yet understand? You have seen the Father because you've seen me. So Jesus is acting in the majesty. Majesty is the weight of glory. It's the overwhelming awesomeness of what? The majesty of the name. The name is not just the name. It's not like some magical thing. Oh, if I say abracadabra, everything's going to be fine. If I say the name of God, no. Its name means the nature, the essence of God. And so it's a beautiful way of expressing what Jesus was trying to explain all along to people, that he was acting in the nature like God, because he was indeed the nature of God. And that is why he is indeed, as he so blatantly said in John chapter 10, he is the good shepherd. Isn't that a wonderful thing for you and I to know, that the good shepherd has come? I'm Jaylenora Bressler. Visit me on the next edition of the Bible, The Light in the Details.